Coming up next, the race for U.S. Senate in Pennsylvania heats up with the new battles between the two candidates.
Plus, Center County residents come together to assemble thousands of packages to help kids. And
it's Monday.
Meet a Penn State student whose energetic daily routines have helped others and turned him into a social media star. The Center County Report starts now.
good afternoon. I'm Evan Papalis.
And I'm Andrea Snowdy. Thanks for joining us for the Center County Report. Our top story. Election season is in full swing across Pennsylvania. Election Day is just over 7 weeks away. The deadline to register is October 24th, and our state is again at the center of the political universe. In just 53 days, voters across the state will go to the polls for the midterm elections, and Pennsylvania is again in the national spotlight as one of the most important swing states, from U.S. Senate to governor to local lawmakers.
These seats will determine a lot of things. Governor and state representative will determine so much on the state level, which affects our lives every day. And at the federal level, they can determine what gets passed in Congress and what gets to the president's desk, especially with the House and Senate being so close.
It's been nearly 3 months since the Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade. This, along with the tragic school shooting in Uvalde, Texas, is believed to have turned this election into one fueled by emotion. The fight for a Pennsylvania U.S. Senate seat pits Democrat John Fetterman against Republican Mehmet Oz. Their latest battle is over details of their one and only debate next month in Harrisburg. Fetterman is recovering from a stroke, and Oz has pressured him to debate more and questioned his health. The governor's race comes down to the Republican Doug Mastriano and Democrat Josh Shapiro. The two campaigns have been vocal on where they stand on issues including gun control and reproductive rights. The message to voters: make your voice heard.
To get out and vote on Election Day, whether you do it through a mail-in ballot or you go in person. We need everybody to vote. This is not the year to sit out if you're a Pennsylvania voter.
To register to vote online, visit pavoterservices.pa.gov. If you plan to vote using an absentee or mail-in ballot, the last day to submit your application for one is November 1st.
In related election news, 2 new polls are out this week in key Pennsylvania races, Senate and governor. In the Senate race, a CBS News poll shows John Fetterman leading Mehmet Oz 52 to 47% among likely voters. The same poll on the governor's race has Democrat Josh Shapiro leading Republican Doug Mastriano 55 to 44%. Meantime, Fetterman and Oz have agreed to a televised debate October 25th in Harrisburg, just 2 weeks before the election. But the two are now arguing about the terms of the debate. Fetterman wants practice sessions before the live debate and closed captioning to be included. In response, Oz wants viewers to know why there is closed captioning. He wants a 90-minute debate instead of 60 and none of the real debate questions used for practice. Oz has raised questions about the severity of Fetterman's effects after his stroke back in May.
Thousands of Penn State employees will have new insurance starting January 1st. The university is ending its contracts with Aetna and CVS Caremark as health insurance providers after 5 years. After being the university's third-party administrators for the medical and drug benefit plan, Penn State will now partner with Highmark Blue Shield. Co-pays, deductibles, and co-insurance will not change.
Penn State has identified 3 possible routes for the State College Connector project through Center County. The list cuts the potential routes from 9 to 3. All the options would bring the road project through the Route 322 corridor. The next step is engineering and environmental studies that could take up to 2 years.
Pennsylvania's amount of uncollected turnpike tolls has skyrocketed over the past year. An internal study shows the pile of uncollected tolls jumped from $104 million to $155 million so far this year. A new government audit urges the Turnpike Commission to fix the problem and make changes to improve the finances. Among the issues, faded or blocked license plates, camera system failures, and getting money from drivers who won't pay.
More than $2 million is going to 7 outdoor projects in Center County. The money from the State Department of Conservation and Natural Resources will help support parks in Ferguson, Houston, Spring, and Rush townships, along with Phillipsburg and State College. Bellefonte's Kepler Pool will also get more than $1 million, the most money for any one project. The grant funding statewide will help more than 330 projects.
A local grocery store chain is ready to ban plastic shopping bags starting next week. Beginning next Thursday, all 18 Wegmans stores, including the one in State College, will eliminate plastic bags. They'll offer paper bags for 5 cents each, but the company hopes shoppers will switch to reusable bags. Wegmans plans to make the change in all 107 of its stores in 7 states.
Speaking of food, a local church is putting its best foot forward to provide meals for those in need. 130,000. That's about how many meals will be put together to combat world hunger for children in need. 700 volunteers will make their way to State College Alliance Church Friday and Saturday to package the meals that will be sent out. This is the 3rd year that the church will host a Feed My Starving Children mobile food pack event. Meals were put together in 2019 and 2020 to help feed children from all across the globe in need. In 2020, 137,000 meals were prepped by over 600 volunteers that fed 375 children for an entire calendar year. The State College Alliance Church is right on track to match those numbers this year as all the members get in place Friday night to start the operation.
Once the meals are packed, then we don't have direct communication with the individuals, but you can see where the boxes are sent. So as they process the boxes and as they ship them around the world, you can log back into their website and you can see, oh hey, the meal that I packed here in September in State College is now in Ukraine, or it's now in Africa.
At the end of the day, none of this would be possible without the efforts of many individuals that will unselfishly give their time to save lives.
No, I just want to say we're really excited to host this event and just really excited to bring community together. I think anytime that folks can work together for the greater good, it's just a win all around.
The food drive will get underway at the Alliance Church on Whitehall Road tonight in State College at 6 p.m.
It's harvest season across Pennsylvania, and an event last night celebrated the end of the growing season. The 7th annual Harvest Fest took place at the Penn State Student Farm. Malia Brown takes a look.
The Student Farm Club hosted their 7th annual Harvest Festival at the Dr. Kiko Miwa Ross Student Farm on Thursday. Student Farm Club member Jamie Wen says there's a family atmosphere to the festival.
And mostly it's just an organization to kind of, promote growing food and to have a community around that.
Fresh fruits and vegetables filled the area along with some unique desserts.
All the food here today is made with fresh organic ingredients grown here at the farm.
In addition to the fresh food, visitors were able to relax, enjoy live music, and participate in farm activities for all ages. First time at the Harvest Festival, the Penn State Beekeepers Club made an appearance. Natalie Boyle, the club's faculty advisor, sees the event as a chance to educate and engage.
It's been a really, really nice way for us to synergize with the Student Farm Club, and so we've been able to engage in a lot of the events that they're coordinating and kind of boost awareness and interest and membership for our group at the same time.
The Harvest Festival returns every year in September. In University Park, I'm Malia Brown for the Center County Report.
The Student Farm opened in 2016 and has since expanded to 4 acres.
We're enjoying a stretch of nice weather, but will it last? The 7-day forecast is coming up.
Plus, are you hungry? A new cookie shop is opening in our area.
Also coming up, does your morning wake-up routine need a boost? Meet a local man who's helping others find their motivation. State College is getting a new business soon, and it's billed as the fastest growing and largest cookie company in the country. Crumble Cookies opens on September 29th off North Atherton Street on Colonnade Way. It's in the former Joseph A. Banks store, and the owners say it took over a year to establish a location for the new business. The cookie franchise has opened more than 500 storefronts nationwide in the last 5 years.
A Penn State student has turned his passion for motivating others into a giant social media following. Juliana Foliano talked with him.
What brings Brad Kraut fulfillment at the end of the day, As a college student trying to manage academics, business opportunities, and other passions, Brad Kraut decided he needed to change some things in his life to make it all work. After reading a book called The 5 a.m. Club, Kraut decided he would kick the sheets at 5 a.m. to motivate not just himself, but others.
First thing in the morning, you need to get out of your bed and do some type of physical activity, whether that's push-ups, jumping jacks, high knees, whatever it may be, to set the tone, to already get your mind going, to set the tone and win the day, and just build that champion mindset. So I started doing it, and now it's just been crazy to hear the feedback.
That feedback has turned into a TikTok fan base of almost 74,000 followers.
Not only does Kraut have people commenting all over his posts, but he has fans directly reaching out to him, letting him know what Kick the Sheets has done to their lives.
Ton of DMs on Instagram with a bunch of different kids, like Brad, you've inspired me now. I was kind of in a funk, but now I'm, heading back in the gym again. Brad, dude, you inspired me. Like I was, kind of feeling depressed, and now, through your content, it's really been able to, uplift me and get me going again. And once I started getting these DMs, I was like, this is what it's all about.
While the gym may not be for everyone, Kraut believes that Kick the Sheets can help anyone.
Don't think of things too deep. Continue being yourself. Who cares what people think about you? And go and do your thing.
In State College, I'm Juliana Foliano for the Center County Report.
Kraut was also invited as a guest speaker to Penn State's Global Entrepreneur Week event last year.
Happy Friday, everybody. I'm student meteorologist Carolyn Castor here with your forecast for today. Behind me right now is the sunrise over Beaver Stadium this morning, and I'm showing you this because there's wildfire smoke up in our atmosphere, which gave us a pretty brilliant sunrise, and there was a hot air balloon that passed by. So I thought it'd be a nice start to our forecast. And if you remember this morning, it was a little bit chilly, so your commute to work or your walk to class, we actually bottomed out at 47 degrees this morning, which is a little bit cooler for us this time of year. But right now, we're sitting at 68. It's absolutely beautiful outside. There's a little bit of haze in our sky, and that is due to that wildfire smoke that I mentioned a little bit earlier in our upper atmosphere. But it's not very humid, calm winds, and just an absolutely beautiful day here in State College. A little farther out in central Pennsylvania, you can see overall, we're pretty much in the upper 60s, low 70s, Harrisburg and Altoona, low 72, and we're sitting 68 degrees here in State College. A little broader view, Erie's already at 75 degrees today, and then down towards Philadelphia, only at 72, but overall, pretty mild temperatures right now, but we are going to warm up nicely as we move through the day. But there's no rain on our radar this weekend. Good news for Friday sports. Good news for sports tomorrow in the area or any outdoor activities, because there is a ridge of high pressure situated over our area a little bit close to West Virginia. So there's not much activity for us here in the East Coast, and that's good news. So let's talk about our temperatures. The main story for us is it's going to be above average during the day and then a little bit cooler at night, and then it rebounds very nicely again to above average temperatures. So this is right now, or this is noon. 72 degrees. We're going to get up to 77 today here in State College. A little bit of cloud cover, but nothing crazy. And then we're going to drop down nicely. That was about when Friday sports would start. It'd be in the upper 60s, low 70s. And then that was Saturday, rebounding nicely, noon, mid 70s for us here in State College. So for your forecast for today, we're going to get up to 78 degrees. Mostly sunny skies, and it's going to be a great day. Above average temperatures again, and not very seasonal for us as we approach fall. Tonight we're going to get down to 55 degrees, partly cloudy skies, no rain chance in sight, before we rebound very nicely again tomorrow, 81 degrees, mostly sunny skies, and again, above average temperatures. I'm going to keep saying that because that is the story for us here in State College. I have to talk about football tomorrow. It's not as hot here in State College, but tomorrow in Auburn, Alabama for the game, they're going to get up to 87 degrees, and hopefully a win is in the forecast for Penn State tomorrow. Here is your 7-day forecast. You can see clear skies tomorrow, a little bit of clouds building on Saturday, and then Sunday, mostly sunny skies, but 83 degrees on Sunday as the high temperature. By Monday, there's a slight chance for showers and 78 degrees, and then fall starts officially for the fall equinox on Thursday, and it's still going to be in the upper 70s for us. So I don't know about you guys, but I like the warmer weather. What are you guys thinking?
I don't know. I'm more of a cool type of guy, but like you said, fall is right around the corner. You know what fall means? Sports. Dale, what do you have for us?
Guys, it is almost hockey season already. Coming up next in sports, we'll preview the Penn State women's team and hear from the Coach Campersall. And Penn State football heads to Alabama to take on Auburn. We look ahead to the tough matchup and hear Coach James Franklin. Welcome back. I'm Dale Ostrander with sports. Penn State is on its way to Alabama today for a big non-conference game this weekend against the Auburn Tigers. It's a big challenge for the Nittany Lions in front of a big hostile SEC crowd. We caught up with the team at practice this week.
Penn State will travel south to Auburn, Alabama tomorrow to face their third SEC opponent in the last 14 games. Coach James Franklin thinks the Nittany Lions are prepared for the new environment. Coming off a dominant 46-10 win over the Ohio Bobcats that saw many new freshman faces get experience, the Lions will look to carry their momentum into Auburn.
This game, and you look at their running backs and you look at their style of play, we're going to have to play well up front. There's no doubt about that.
In last year's matchup at Beaver Stadium, Penn State beat Auburn 28-20 in the whiteout game. Safety and team captain Jair Brown says the defense is close to getting takeaways, but is focused on the battle up front.
It's a game where you're going to have to tackle, and if you love tackling, this is your kind of game. And I think all our safeties in our room love tackling, and we pride ourselves on tackling.
While Franklin has been preparing the Penn State offense for the environment they're going into, he also wants to see more from his defense.
But yeah, we want more production, we want more tackles for loss, we want more sacks, we want more interceptions, all those disruptive type plays that are drive killers and momentum changers.
Penn State will be the first Big Ten team to play in Jordan-Hare Stadium tomorrow when the game kicks off at 3:30 p.m. And you can listen to it live on Penn State Com Radio with our broadcast team at Auburn. Moving into some high school football, our After the Whistle Game of the Week features State College at Altoona tonight with a battle of 3-0 undefeated teams. Also tonight, 0-3 Bellefonte will travel to Tyrone looking for an upset for their first win of the season. Tune into After the Whistle tonight at 11:15 for full coverage on our Penn State Belisario College Student Media YouTube channel. Penn State men's soccer opens up conference play tonight against Wisconsin at Jeffrey Field. In their last matchup, the Nittany Lions led 2-0 against Lehigh on Monday before lightning was in the area and postponed the game. Seth Kuhn and Andrew Privet both found the back of the net for the Lions. That game will now be moved to next month. Tonight's game starts at 7, and you can also listen to it on Penn State Com Radio. It's hard to believe, but it's almost hockey season already. Penn State women's hockey begins play with an exhibition game against RIT in Rochester tomorrow. The team fell in the CHA semifinals last year. At Media Day this week, Coach Campersall said they are seeing improvement with the team.
Our players are smashing records that we keep for certain measurements, whether it's like vertical jump or clean or things like that. They're like just cleaning out the whole board and putting up higher numbers.
I think with my deadlifts, I got a couple pounds heavier. And then also just like with vertical and stuff, I was just getting stronger, and you can see that power translate onto the ice.
The regular season begins next Thursday at home against Wisconsin. The Nittany Lion women's volleyball team is back home tonight for the Penn State Classic tournament at Rec Hall. The team is unbeaten at 8-0 after a big weekend at the Big Ten Pac-12 Challenge in Minnesota. The Lions defeated Stanford and Oregon. Up next is a match against Howard and tonight and Albany tomorrow. Over in Bald Eagle, the Bald Eagle area girls softball team will have a new field by opening day next spring. The school board approved the $784,000 project over the summer. It comes after an Office of Civil Rights complaint against the district because the softball team was playing at a Little League field while the baseball team was on school grounds. Construction on the new softball field is expected to wrap up by mid-November. That's going to do it for sports. Now back to you guys at the anchor desk.
Thanks, Dale. Coming up next, Beaver Stadium's chicken basket might be in for some competition. Penn State is serving up some new food options for hungry fans. That story is after the break.
Penn State football fans now have new food choices inside of Beaver Stadium. The stadium's Twitter account announced 4 new food options for fans this season before the first game against Ohio. There are loaded pork fries, dogs, and nachos, as well as a sausage sandwich, all added to the menu. Fans' next chance to enjoy these new options will be on Saturday, September 24th as Penn State takes on Central Michigan.
That's all for today's newscast. We hope you'll join us Tuesday for our next local newscast.
You can follow us anytime for breaking news and watch our stories on our Center County Report social media. You'll find us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and our website. Have a good afternoon.